welcome to the Joy Seeker podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Kaiser, and it is so good to be back with you here on the podcast. It's been a little while, and today we have a beautiful topic to help close out the year. I had a coaching client this week who said, I love your podcast. I found you through your podcast, and I just thought, wow, I forgot about my podcast. It's time to get back into it and really focus more intentionally on bringing messages to you that are really resonating with my heart. And so the message today has been something that has been on my heart and mind for several months now. And as we close out the year, I feel it is the absolute best time to bring it forward. You know, something very interesting has happened in the year 2020. It's been an unpredictable, super challenging year for so many. But in all of this, there's been what I've seen, a revelation. It's as if we're seeing more of our true selves and the values that we hold so dear. It's almost as if 2020 has cracked us open to our core to expose all the things we once were able to hide from. And I gotta be honest, for this, I'm grateful. You know, as we close down the year, it's a really good time to focus. I've been spending this time on focusing on reflection, integration, healing, and appreciation. It's interesting because I've seen two stark, separate paths unfold this year. There are those who have fallen deeply into fear and isolation. It's as if fear of dying is preventing so many of us from actually living. In our efforts to be safe and smart, 2020 has rocked us to our core, and so many aren't actually letting life in, but resisting the living that is available to us. And then, of course, there's the flip side. There are those, like some of my coaching clients, who have said, no more. I am done with holding back, and my life is worth living, and my dreams matter. We have this life to make the most of. Now, I tend to align with the second group, and that's how I've been living my entire year. I truly believe that we are here for a reason, and it is up to us to make the most of each moment, no matter what's happening out in the world. You know, the difference really is it's about those who look outside into the world for the world to tell them who they are and how they should behave, and what's going on in the world dictates how we should be. And then there are those that live from our world on the inside out. We trust the inner world and the alignment with our heart. There's no wrong, it's just where we're coming from. As A Course in Miracles says, remember that you always choose between truth and illusion. I wanted to do this podcast today to share that life, your life, is worth living, and this is your truth. Your life matters, and the choices you make daily impact your future. Are you hiding from the world and afraid to be seen? Are you afraid to be heard and expressed? Can you open up to this world and let yourself see the blessings that are available all around? Our head may tell us one thing, but I think it's time to live from our heart. Go into your heart and ask, what matters most? What is my deepest desire? What is my deepest fear? And what would happen if this happened? Who do I want to be in this world? These make great journal questions. My favorite: how can I live this life more courageously, boldly, and from a place of immaculate love? I think it's time we step away from fear. The choice is clear. We must choose to lead with love. And this isn't just some pop catchphrase or mantra we see plastered on social media. This is a call to action. This is your call to action to rise up into the person you truly are meant to be. Did you know that the number one regret of the dying is, I wish I had lived a life. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. And I wish that I had let myself be happier. You see, life is happening right now, even with all the crazy that's happened in 2020. But the truth is, most of us are missing it. Why are we waiting for life to change in order for us to live more fully? For so many, we're trying so hard not to die or not to get sick that we actually have become a shell of who we are. Covering up, isolating, arguing, demanding, fearing, condemning, and avoiding others, even loved ones, especially during the holiday season. This is not our truth. This is not humanity's purpose. I've been asking myself, what would love do? In fact, over the past few months, I've been asking the question, what would the ascended masters do? If Jesus or archangels, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain, any of them, what if they were walking the earth in 2020? How would they respond to the current events across the globe? Well, I believe they would stay the course of love and be the example they wish to see in the world. Light, compassion, joy, and love. I truly believe they would continue to live their lives because life in itself is such a beautiful gift. They would honor the time they have and the time that they've been given, and they wouldn't let the outside world tell them who they are, but rather show the world who they are by shining their truth, which is love and light. You know, the same mastery is available to us. Your life matters and your life is essential. So start acting like you really matter because the world needs you to shine your light and choose joy, choose happy, choose life. I think it's important to focus on the bigger picture as well. We have to let ourselves grieve. So many changes have happened, and it's very clear we're never going back to the way things were. But also, yes, there has been a lot of heartache and death this year, and with this comes grieving. I've suffered loss as well, and I work with people who are grieving in workshops and coaching sessions. And what I know to be true is what Ram Dass said. People grieve because they are longing for the connection to the place within themselves where they feel safe in the universe and at home, feel love and peace. When someone close to us dies, that feeling of safety and security is overturned. Our sense of safety and security has been rocked to its core this year. But I see this as an invitation to live more fully, more openly, and with more intent. When we love someone, and when we put our attention into someone else, we can transcend death. The love stays in our heart forever. So whether you lost a father or family member 3 years ago, or you just lost your best friend last week, death is part of life. In the book Polishing the Mirror by Ram Dass, he shares, recognize that you feel enriched by everybody you have ever loved and come in contact with, instead of feeling deprived by the loss of their form. You'll soon see that they continue to live on your heart and in your heart forever. I truly feel that everybody you have ever loved is part of the fabric of your being. And that is where fear gets transformed into living. Instead of worrying about the unknown and the uncertainty and the new demands and everything that 2020 is showing up for your heart, everything transforms. So today's call to action is simple. How are you going to make the most of your time on earth? How are you going to make the most of this time we've been given? This is not your practice life. As I share in my book, The Joy Seeker, it's important to step into your truth because your life is worth living. Not after we get past this crazy time on earth, known as 2020, or enter into the new year, but right now. Go live your brave, beautiful life. The world needs you to be you and shine. Live from your heart and choose love.